welcome to my channel. This is your girl again, Nubian Princess. Let me make sure I don't have any lipstick on my teeth. Okay, so alright guys, so like I was saying, welcome to my channel. This is gonna be like a get to know me quick update type video. A lot has happened in my life. I have been through a lot, and I'm really trying to stay strong, and God is the reason why I'm still strong. So the first thing I want to talk about is, actually here's a couple of things I'm going to talk about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the surgery on my neck that I had back in November 2016. And then I also want to talk about my weight gain, and also the last thing I'm going to talk about is my brother, who I lost this year, June 1st. So let me start with the neck surgery. So if you look closely on my neck, I have this scar, this keloid right here, because I scar easily. It's a keloid from a non-invasive surgery that I have for my neck. So with your spinal cord in your neck, right? Sorry guys, I have to pop my neck once in a while. You have, I think it's 7 levels. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. So my C4 and C5 was acting up, and so is my 5 and 6, or 6 and 7, something like that. So one day at my old job back in 2016, I was working and I couldn't move. Prior to that, I've always had neck problems. It started when I was in the service, and after deployment it got worse. I guess it's just normal wear and tear, but it was extreme for my body. Back then I was barely 120 pounds soaking wet. So imagine wearing that gear. That gear was about 75 pounds at least. Then the helmet and all that, it took a toll on my body. So my body is like worn out. My body is just like, it goes through a lot. So one of the things that I've gone through since I've got out the service is I have neck issues. So with my neck, I noticed that when the weather changes, it hurts. When it's cold, it hurts. When I am at work or when I'm stressed, it hurts. Like I can't sit in a certain position for too long. It hurts. There's just like different things that happens with my neck. So what happened was, back in 2016, I was at work at my other job, and one day all of a sudden I felt like passing out, and I couldn't move. My neck was just like stiff, like it was so hard. And so it took a minute. It took me about 15 minutes to get, to be able to move. It almost felt like I was paralyzed for a second. So once I got my footing back, I continued to work and I was okay. But later on that night, when I woke up in the morning to go back to work, I couldn't move. It was so bad that I wanted to call the ambulance, but I didn't call the ambulance. I don't know, I don't like to cause a scene. And at that time I was living downtown. So what I did was I asked God to please give me the strength to drive to the hospital, and I drove to the hospital. So once I got to the hospital, the ER, you know how the ER keeps you waiting for like hours. They don't care if you're dying or not. They're just gonna keep you there. So after waiting for like maybe 2 hours, it wasn't that long of a wait. I actually got lucky that day. And so after waiting 2 hours, they called me and they did an MRI. First they did an X-ray, then they did an MRI. Because I told them, I said, if you do an X-ray, you're not going to see what's going on with my neck. You need to either do a CT scan or MRI, because I told them that I have a protruding disc already in my neck that I know about. And so I think that's what's causing this pain that I'm in. So they did the MRI and they did the CT scan, and the doctor came back and was like, I need to refer you to a spinal cord specialist. And so he referred me to a spinal cord specialist, and I went there the next day, and the specialist looked at my results and told me that I needed surgery as soon as possible. He said that my neck is so deteriorated and so bad that it looks like I'm 55 years old in my neck. He said that my neck was just, there was no cushion, there was nothing, and then like the disc levels 4 and 5 was protruding in such a way that it was now affecting my nerves in my arms, and so my arm was going numb. And he said that there's a possibility that I could physically go numb if I let it go. So I told him to go ahead and operate on it. And so I had to do, you know, emergency medical leave, and then I got the surgery done. My sister came, she helped me out. Now mind you, right before that surgery, I was fine as far as I had space in my neck area. Everything was fine. Like, I had a profile, my neck wasn't as fat, everything was fine. When I came out of that surgery, obviously everything was swollen, and they went in through the front instead of the back. Everything was swollen, and the doctor said after a while it was going to go down. But once I healed, about 8 or 9 months later, my neck never went back to the way it was. In fact, the profile of my neck, if you look, the spacing in my neck is not a lot. The doctor said that I need to practice holding my neck like this, because he says my spinal cord is like this. He says my spine should be like this, but instead it's forward. So that's why my head and my neck and everything sits forward, and that's why I barely have any space between my neck. So me doing this, that really hurts. That hurts so bad. I can't do that. And he wants me to practice doing that daily, and I can't. I'm in pain. So that's what I'm going through as far as my neck goes. And so ever since that surgery, before I went into surgery, I was like maybe 140 pounds. 8 months later, I had gained about 40 pounds, and now I was now at 185 pounds. Sorry about the beat. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I was now 185 pounds after about 9 months after my surgery. I had gained weight. I wasn't moving. I wasn't working. I wasn't doing anything but sitting at home, depressed, down, and eating. So you know how when you gain weight, you're like, oh, 5 pounds. Okay, I'll lose it later. Later turned into 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 pounds, easy, like that. So now I'm at 185 pounds. I'm struggling to lose this weight. I now found a different job. I went from one job where I was on my feet for like 15, 16 hours to another job where I was sitting down 8 hours of the day. Like, I mean, I got up once in a while, but majority of the time I was sitting down at my other job. So I really had no way of losing that weight unless I took the time to go to the gym, and I didn't have that energy. Remember, I told you my body has gone through some physical damages from me being in the service. So because of that, I'm not able to do regular things like people can do. I had surgery on my foot. I'm not able to run. I had surgery on my neck. I'm not able to rotate. There's only a certain way I can rotate. There's different things that are going on with me that don't allow me to be able to work out the way a normal person should work out. So those are excuses. I know if I really wanted to work out, I could work out, but my body really hurts. Like, it really hurts me to go through all that. So at this point in time, I've kind of like accepted the weight gain, and I don't feel good about it, and I want to lose it. But right now, I don't have the motivation to lose it. And so after my next surgery, that leads into the weight gain. Like I said, 8, 9 months after my surgery, I gained about 40 pounds. I now went into a job where I was sitting down and I couldn't move. And so now I'm still gaining weight. So I went all the way to 213 or 18 pounds. And when I got to over 200 pounds, I was like, oh no, this is not gonna work. So what I started doing is, the other job that I was now working, I made myself, during my lunch and my breaks, walk around the building. Walking, I can do walking. So I walked every break and lunchtime, and I watched what I was eating. When I did that, I was able to go down to 186 pounds. In about 3 months, I went down to 186 pounds. Right now, I want to say I think I am probably 196, 197. I'm trying not to go over the 200 mark. I haven't weighed myself in a while. I need to buy a scale pretty soon, but I'm scared to see what I weigh. But I have been drinking a lot. I don't want to go into details, but a lot has been going on since my surgery, and then a lot has also happened this year. So I haven't really had a chance to get back right the way I know I can get back right. I will insert pictures of what I used to look like in this video. So, do you see how small I was back then? So this is what I'm struggling to get back to. And also I'm older, and also my metabolism has slowed down. So I've talked about two things, two life-changing things that have happened to me recently from 2016 till now. So you have my surgery for my neck that now makes me look like I have no neck. I now look like I have no profile. Like everything just got fatter after the surgery. And then I talked about the weight gain. Now the last thing that I'm going to touch on is going to be the death of my little brother. My little brother passed away June the 1st. He lived with me in my home. It's been really hard and really tough on me. My brother was 29 years old. I'm going to insert a picture of my brother so you can see how handsome he is. So my brother was 29 years old, and he lived with me, and I came home on June the 1st, and I found my brother. And that image, you guys, that image is in my head. Like, it's in my head, and it really messes with me. I've really changed. My family, especially my mom, feels that I've become more aggressive. She said I'm more quick to anger, and I'm really aggressive. I used to always say this, like, oh, life is short, but after my brother passed away, I realized that life really is short. My brother had gotten to a point where he was ready to live and be on his own, and he was excited. And just like that, he's gone. So I'm going through a lot of turmoil, a lot of anger, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. It's really bad to the point where I quit my job. I left my job. I couldn't, that environment was not healthy for me. I was finding myself breaking down, like randomly just crying. And so I said, okay, Cece, you need to take a break. And so I told my boss that I need a break. And she tried to help me out in a way where she was trying to move me to a different section, to where it was quieter, to where I could work in a quieter environment. But, you know, politics and a lot of people that didn't like me did not want me to move, so she wasn't able. It's kind of like her hands were tied, so she wasn't able to do that. So I just went ahead and just bowed out. You know, I was just I told her thank you because she really looked out for me. I told her thank you for everything. If she ever needs anything, I will always be there for her, because she was there for me. She was the second person I called after I found my brother. Obviously, the first person I called was the police, and then actually she was the third person. The second person I called was my mentor, who I talked to daily, and then the third person was her. So I was just, I don't know how to explain that day, but that day was just something else. So that's what I'm going through right now. I am a bit depressed. I have a lot of anxiety. I have insomnia. I can't sleep. I'm drinking a lot, and I'm just mourning the loss of my brother. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that don't know who I am, that want to judge me or look at me as like, why are you doing this kind of petty job when you could be doing something different? Well, I say my mental health is more important right now. So once I get myself back together, then I can do what I need to do. But right now, I need a break. I need a break from the workforce. I need a break from people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my time into making videos, because it makes me happy when I can make videos that help people. It makes me happy when I can make videos where I share my experiences with, you know, certain things like hair, makeup, restaurants, food, you know, anything. Like, I just want to be able to come on camera and just talk to you guys. So this is going to be kind of like an introduction to my life. I'm going to tell you a couple of things that have happened to me. I'm going to share many of my experiences with you guys, and I hope you guys stay tuned, and I hope you guys continue to show love and support. And I want you guys to know that no matter what happens to you in this life, I need you to understand that you're going to be okay. If I'm okay, you're going to be okay. When I say I've been through a lot, I've been through a lot. And I'm not saying nobody else out there has it. I know everybody has their trials and tribulations that they go through, but it makes you a stronger person. So do not give up. I will not give up. No matter what, I will not give up. But I won't lie to you. I am struggling. I do have a therapist that I see and I talk to, but it's really hard for me to open up. So whenever I feel like it's too much for me and I'm about to explode, I make an appointment and I go talk to her. But I'm supposed to be like talking to her consistently, because for the kind of trauma that I've been through, I need to be able to engage and talk to her all the time. Because right now I can't seem to talk to anybody. Friends that I have don't want to be around me because I guess I'm not a happy person to be around. I try to be positive. A lot of people that don't know me, I try to be positive, but deep down inside, I'm hurting. I am hurting. So I'm gonna dedicate this video to my brother. Ikenna, wherever you are, I want you to know that I love you, I miss you, and because of you, I am going to do everything possible to make it in this life. So thank you so much for being with me for the past 2.5 years. And I know you're still watching over me right now. And so, thank you. Anyways, guys, that's all I have. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you. Bye-bye.